Honorable Secretary Dalin, Professor Coronacion, my senpai, if I recall, no, not senpai, but my colleague from the, or co-head from the University of the Philippines, Dr. Morales, who always guide our political concept in studying foreign relations in many ways. The President of the Philippine Federation of Japan Alumni, who is also, who happens to be very interested in the seminar. My fellow students and colleagues at this prestigious University of Santo Tomas. Maraming salamat, and it's really a distinct honor to be invited, although it was on short notice, but I readily accepted, and because they said that you can talk on anything. And so I'm here ready to talk on anything, not anything that might, but I noticed and I was told that many of the students here are also in Asian studies, and that is our field as students and researchers and in political science. Since because of limited time, and we would like to hear more important dialogue, as Dr. Morales said here, I just have to briefly introduce my idea on what I call meta-nation state foreign relations. This meta-nation state is, well, I use this as a concept in my PhD dissertation, and this is very simple actually, because if you just say what is meta and metaphysics, it comes from the meta means beyond what is stated there. But well, I observed that this can be applicable in the study of foreign relations. And as mentioned, when I was introduced, it happened that I studied in Japan, and I would like to use the case of Japan in discussing the concept of meta-nation state relations here. Oh, by the way, this is an of the record, or it's not related, but somebody asked, "Are you Japanese?" Well, if you want to find out where I come from, anyway, this is a sleepy afternoon, so maybe it will make you awake, no? When you go around the Philippines, go all over our country from Apari to Honok, and then when you reach the place where these stairways are bigger than the houses, ang mga hagdan ay mas malaki kaysa bahay, then that is the place where I come from. Okay. Anyway, well, let me just discuss first the concept of what a meta-nation state relations is very briefly. The meta-nation state relations is can be used for study and even analysis of interaction between and among nations. In my study, the meta-nation state concept still retains the core or the foundation, which is the nation or the nation state. But because of the evolution or the changes taking place in global or international relations, there are two levels of sub-channels that is added, and that's what I call, within the nation state, the intra-nation state level of interaction. And then beyond the nation state, but not discarding the nation state as an interacting entity, is the extra-nation state level of interaction. So how do we see this? Can you please go to the diagram? Okay, thank you. Here in the meta-nation state relations, we can see or observe about 6 different basic combinations. Enumerated here are, first, we have the nation-state interface, and that is the most basic or the original. And then the second is the nation-state interacting with another state, but not as a state, but through the intra-nation state level. And the third is the nation-state interacting with another nation-state, but through the extra nation-state level. And so the fourth is the intra-nation state interacting with the intra-nation state of A and B nations. Then the intra-nation state and extra-nation state interface. And finally, the sixth, which is the extra-nation state, extra-nation state. Can you please go to the, okay. Here you can see, this is not really a good diagram, but you know, the ABC. First, let's go to the level A, which means that is the level representing the nation-state strata. That means whenever a country is interacting, it is always through its state or government instrumentalities. Then the B is the level wherein the intra-nation state is interacting with other states. I will give you some illustrations, if you may, later on. And the C is the extra-nation state strata of interaction. So how does this go? For example, when we look at our relations with Japan. So can you just put it on the diagram and put, okay, thank you. With regards to our relationship with Japan, well, I'm talking of the contemporary Philippines-Japan relations. Well, it evolved first in the post-war years. The first phase of our relations with the Japanese nation is what we call the reconciliation phase of interaction, the post-war years. In fact, last year, 2006, the Philippines and Japan, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of normalization of relations, because it was in 1956 that we have normalized our diplomatic relations. So that is the first phase, which is reconciliation. The two nations had to reconcile because of the war, as history tells us. After that reconciliation stage, there is what we may, and during this stage, that is perhaps more of the phase of emotional interaction between Japan and the Philippines, because of course, the effect of the war. Then the next phase, I may call it the phase of strategic interaction. Well, Dr. Morales mentioned about the developments during this time. This is the immediate years after the 1950s. We have this strategic interaction wherein the height of the Cold War, the free world camp and the communist camp, and there Japan and the Philippines is strategically interacted with each other because they have to align themselves. And for their own reason and national interest, they align themselves with the United States of America. So this is the phase of strategic selective alliance between Japan and the Philippines.